actually did not seek assistance until I was 35 years old. And I say that because I didn't feel I needed help. And this is one of the reasons that I became an advocate when I did, because culturally, and I find this to be true, culturally, we feel as though we're just going to deal with it. If I just work, keep busy, don't think about it, I don't need any help. You know, if I just put my head down, you know, get 2-3 jobs, I'm okay. You know, I just work with it. Even though I'm going from one bad relationship to the next, it's not necessarily because of what I went through 10 years ago or 15 years ago. It's just because, you know, I just happen to get all the bad guys, or, you know, it just happens to me. It's not necessarily because of the trauma I endured. It's just because, you know, I just happen to have bad luck. And so when I say I didn't really seek or go to the advocacy center until I was 35, it wasn't then until I realized, you know what, it has to be me. Because it doesn't make sense that I'm going from one bad relationship to the next. It can't be that I'm not communicating, or that I'm in another domestic violent relationship because they just happen to, I have a big sign on my forehead that just says, I'm the one. I'm walking down the street and all of the predators just know I'm the one. It has to be something that I'm not dealing with me. And so again, that's when I had to realize that there's something that I'm not dealing with, that there's some trauma or some PTSD that I'm not dealing with, that I need to seek professional aid with. And again, a lot of people really kind of have the blinders on to think, well, if I just work through it, if I just, you know, I'm good. It can't be that I have untapped issues from years ago. The rape when I was a teenager occurred with someone that I knew. As of almost 70% of rapes that occur, it's with someone that the person knew. It's an acquaintance or a friend or an intimate partner, statistically. It was actually someone that was also a dealer of drugs to my mother. It was someone that I kind of liked, actually. It was someone that I said no, I didn't want to have sex with, but no wasn't a good answer. And so he proceeded to move forward because no wasn't the answer that he wanted to hear at that time. And when you're younger, I was 14 at the time, you don't realize what you're getting into. And this is why I actually go and talk to young people about teen dating violence, and about playing games that you're not, you know, old enough to handle, because you think it's cute, or, oh, he just likes me, and, you know, this is just what we do. You know, we go together, and so, okay, well, I guess that means we're supposed to have sex, right? It's just the thing to do. And it's not the thing to do. If you say no, you mean no. Even if you've kissed, even if you're hugging, if you want to say no at any point, you say no, and that's what you want to do because that's your body, and that's okay. And so for me, originally, I didn't file a police report. Because again, it wasn't taught in our community, in our culture, that's what you do. Again, a lot of things is education, and a lot of things is cultural. In our community, you don't tend to trust law enforcement, so it's not the first thing that you do. Even statistically, when it comes to sexual assault, 45% of people when they're raped go to friends. They don't even go to family, they go to friends. That's where the bulk of sexual assaults are reported to. They go to friends, then they go to family, then they may go to intimate partners. Only 9% of people go to law enforcement. They're not the first people that they even go to. One, because they don't trust law enforcement, they don't feel like they'll be believed, they may be ashamed. And then even if you go to law enforcement, if 1,000, and this is statistically known, out of 1,000 rapes, only 994 of the perpetrators will go away without any prosecution. Nothing will happen to them. So out of 1,000, only 6 will go to jail. For someone like myself that's been raped, those odds are like, what's the point? So I get raped. I'll go to my friend and tell my friend, potentially, and then my friend will say, well, you need to go tell the police. So I'll call the police, they'll come to my house. I'll have to tell them what happens. Then they'll go interview, have to go find the person. Of course, they may not want to go to jail. They'll probably lie about it. Then I'll have to come into the police station, tell my story again. I may have to tell it to the detective again. Then the prosecutor may come in if they find that it's even worth something, because it's he say, she said. I may have to go to the doctor's office, have a rape exam, tell them again. Then after they're going through the process of investigating, tell them again, and then we're gonna go in front of the court and a jury of strangers, tell them again, and then they may be found innocent. So I just went through probably being re-victimized, everybody in my business, it might be in the media, 7, 8, 9, 10 times I'm re-victimized again, and not let it be someone of prominence that may try to character shame me or dig up dirt from my past or do whatever, all for him to potentially go away again. So I'm just gonna shut up, put up with it, go back home and just deal with it. And that's why you have a lot of times victims that will just stay home, or maybe 10, 15 years they may come out if they feel the strength or the courage to do so. But that's why a lot of times we're just gonna stay just like this. We're just gonna be quiet.